Welcome to another episode of Watch Once Over. My name is Big E. Today we're going to be reviewing this Glycine, and this is the Airman 44 Bronze GLO 167. Now I just received this watch today in the mail, and it cost about $700. And I tell you, this is a much better deal in my opinion than getting a microband because you get some lineage. Now, Glycine has been making this Airman steady since 1953. Here's the hang tag to it. And this model has been in production since 1953. And let me wipe it off. And it's the predecessor to the GMT Master, what Rolex made for the Pan Am pilots. Now the difference between the 1953 version and the 1955 GMT is that they had a dedicated GMT hand, whereas the Glycine had the external rotating bezel to tell the second time. But in 1955, Glycine also added the extra GMT hand like Rolex. So let me move in just a little bit so we can have a little better look at this. Now this watch is it's a 44 millimeter watch, and it wears really thin because it's only 12.2 millimeters thick. 12.2 millimeters thick, and the lug to lug is about 51. Now, I chose this model because it's bronze. This is the first bronze watch I ever had. So, as you can see, it's brand new. It doesn't have any patina on it. But I'll go through the journey and let it patina, and we'll see what it ends up looking like. Now, this watch has the blue gradient dial, which is dark blue up here, and it gets to a lighter blue here. And that is to mimic the sunrise when you're flying an airplane, and that is a blue gradient dial. Now you have superluma indices on there, which are all applied. All the indices are applied, and you have a real nice two crown system. One just has this cross hatching on here, and the other one has the Glycine logo. Now this is the lock and unlock the bezel. Now this was invented way back in 1953 also. So when you get one of these Glycine watches, you also get you're getting a piece of history, and a lot of us can't afford Rolex GMTs. This would be the next best thing as far as a GMT watch, and as far as having some kind of historical value. Now, like I said before, this reference is GLO 167. It comes with a Salida SW330 elaborate grade, and it's been tuned up by Glycine. You have some Côte de Genève on the back of the rotor, and it's just finished kind of plainly because it is a tool watch. And as you can see, this bronze is really bright and it pops. Now you have a Glycine signed bronze buckle and this beautiful blue strap that goes with the color of the dial. I don't know if you see that. As the dial gets lighter, the strap mimics the color of that gradient dial. Now you have syringe hands, which is my favorite, and you have a red pointer painted on the end of the GMT hand. Now this GMT isn't a globe-trotting GMT. What I mean by that, it's not driven. You can't drive the hour hand back and forwards without moving the minute hand. When you pull out the crown to the second position, it either changes the date or changes the GMT hand. I mean, some people don't like that. I like that one because it utilizes a quick set date. So I kind of like this kind of GMT better. Now you can track 3 time zones with this watch. You can track the first time zone, which is your normal hands. Then the second time zone would be the inner 24-hour, and then the third time zone would be the outer 24-hour that can be adjusted by the bezel. So you got 1 inner, 2 and outer, 3 time zones you can track with this watch simultaneously. That's really a nice thing, and that's what this watch is all about. Now, the Sellita SW330 is a proven movement. This has, I believe, 1 more joule than the ETA version. I think this is 26 joules, where the ETA is 25 joules. You have a airplane printed on the rotor, and the back of this crystal is mineral crystal, and the front is triple coated anti-reflective sapphire crystal, and it has triple anti-reflective coating, so it's really clear, and you can get a real good reading on this out in the sun. It's real nice. Now this watch, even though it's a 44 millimeter, it also comes in a the Airman comes in a 44, and also, well, this is a 44. It comes in a 42, and also it comes in a 46, and I believe it comes in a 39 traditional size too. If you want to get a classic style Airman, they still make that too. Now Glycine has been taken over by Invicta, and you can always tell the Invicta Glycines because Invicta wanted to space themselves away from Imperial and Marni and get rid of the wings. So now you just have the crown at 12 o'clock, and you don't have the wings. Okay, that's the difference between the older Invictas and the newer ones. And the older Invictas, a lot of them sport the ETA actual movements, not the Sellita movement. This one has the Sellita movement. Now, right over here, I'll put up what it's running. You can see it's dead accurate. So whoever regulated this watch did a really good job. Now you got the brushed rose gold hands with the Super Luminova in there, and I'll show you a lume shot in a minute. We have a screw down crown, both crowns screw down. Of course, this one locking the bezel, and this watch has a full 100 meters of water resistance. Now, look, you've noticed the sweep of the hands. It's beating at 28,800 vibrations an hour, and you have a 42-hour power reserve with this. At 3 o'clock, you have a date wheel with the white date window, white date wheel. At 3 o'clock, no cyclops. That's how I prefer it. And you have really nice engraving in the bronze. What do you even call it? Bezel. Real nice teeth that overhang slightly. And let's just unlock this bezel, and I'll show you when you unlock this bezel, this watch, it just spins freely. See that? And you can set it to whatever time you want from Greenwich Mean Time. You can set it whatever time you want, and then you screw it back in, and these teeth push in to the bezel teeth, and it locks it in. You know, simple way. It's locked in. It's not going anywhere. So now your time zone's locked in. Really good knurling on these crowns. These crowns are 2 different sizes. The winding setting crown is a little bigger, and you can get a real good purchase on this, and it's real nice. You have these lovely turn down lugs, and this finish is all business. That's one thing I really like about it. It's a really tooly watch because it's all brushed. It's all brushed, and this thing is going to pick up patina fast, so I'm going to start wearing it because I want to see what it looks like when it starts patinaing. Okay, you got a 22 millimeter lug width, genuine calf strap with a beautiful blue tanning on there. I really like that tanning, and we'll try it on. My wrist is 7.25 inches. Let's see what this looks like. I love this colorway. They also have a brown. They call it the cappuccino. That's nice. That's real nice. I like it. Now we're going to do a loom shot real quick. See what that looks like. A little O-light. Fired up. Cut the studio lights. And this is Super Luminova, and Glycines last all night. And this shouldn't be any different. And that's your loom. No need to cut the lights all the way off. It's beautiful. Now, when you get these in other colorways and it's steel, you can also get them with a different GMT hand. You can get them with a paddle hand, and that has a loom GMT. You can check back my older videos, and you can check it out. And if you want a history of Glycine, I'll put a link of the Urban Gentry's channel here, and TGV will tell you all about the Glycine Airman. He'll go into it. It's about a half-hour long video. But this is my new watch, and it's really nice. I really like it. It's different. I never had a bronze watch. This is my first one, and it has this beautiful gradient dial that fades from dark blue to light blue at the bottom, and I really like it. So as this thing patinas, I'll let you know and put it in my it's a little YouTube comment section. You can put updates in there, and I'll update it as it patinas. So hopefully I'll get some patina on this, and this thing will patina up real good within the next year or so. So anyway, that's the watch once over. I want to sign off on this watch. I think everybody should get one of these. This is the second one I had. I sold the first one because a good friend of mine, Jerry, he wanted it, so I sold it to him. And I knew I was getting another one, and I knew I was getting a bronze one. I just couldn't figure out if I wanted this one or the cappuccino, and I'm glad I picked this one with the gradient blue dial. It's real nice. So that's the once over. This watch is a nice winner. You have lineage. I think it's better than most micro brands out there, because you do get that lineage with it, and you do get a Salida SW330, and I just would rather have this instead. So that's the watch once over. My name is Big E. I'll talk to you guys later, and God bless. Have a great day.